Published 0643 EDT, the 22nd of August 2017. Updated 0740 EDT, the 22nd of August 2017. The Fancy Bears hackers have targeted football by releasing a series of documents they claim show officials are lying about the lack of doping in the game. The cyber-espionage group, which has been linked to Russia, has previously leaked documents showing therapeutic use exemptions Tuesday handed to cyclists Chris Froome and Sir Bradley Wiggins. Their hack of the IAAF's computer system showed Sir Mo Farah was once under suspicion for doping offences. Now, in a threatening message that suggests up to 200 footballers were caught doping in 2016, the Fancy Bears allege that several big-name players used banned medication at the 2010 World Cup, including Argentina's Carlos Tevez and Juan Sebastian Veron, Germany's striker Mario Gomez and Dirk Kuyt of Holland. The Fancy Bears website contained a threatening message for football over doping. The Fancy Bears message read, "Greetings citizens of the world. You can have a look at WADA documents revealing that more than 150 players were caught doping in 2015. The next year this number increased up to 200 athletes. Today Fancy Bears hack team is publishing the material leaked from various sources related to football. Football players and officials unanimously affirm that this kind of sport is free of doping. Our team perceived these numerous claims as a challenge and now we will prove they are lying." The message accompanies a link to 3 documents. The Fancy Bears claim that 2 of these show World Anti-Doping Agency statistics for failed drugs tests from labs around the world in both 2015 and 2016. The third document is entitled 2-0 Overview for the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa and allegedly contains the names of 25 players and the drugs they have been permitted to use while at the tournament. Argentina have the most players on the list, with 5 members of their squad allegedly using medication during the event. Germany is the next highest with 4. The 2 teams played each other in the quarter-finals, with Germany winning 40 before losing to Spain in the semis. There are no England players on the list. Carlos Tevez, in action for Argentina at the 2010 World Cup, is named in leaked documents. Holland's Dirk Kuyt left and Mario Gomez of Germany are 2 other players who the Fancy Bears claim were using banned medication during the tournament in South Africa. Tevez, Veron and teammates Gabriel Heinze and Samuel Water had declared their use of the steroid betamethasone. Striker Diego Milito had declared use of salbutamol, budesonide and betamethasone, and was also given a 2 for formoterol, an asthma medication. Gomez, the Wolfsburg striker who played for Bayern Munich in 2010, had a 2 for salbutamol, another drug that can be used to treat asthma. Kuyt, who played for Liverpool at the time, was allegedly using dexamethasone, a corticosteroid, to treat a root canal. Therapeutic use exemptions are granted to athletes and sportsmen with health conditions that require them to take normally banned drugs. These allow them to take substances found on the WDA's prohibited list without fear of punishment. The exemptions, which often attract controversy, have previously been granted to cyclists who say they have asthma. Another sport that has seen several exemptions granted is MMA, mixed martial arts. Some fighters have been allowed to take steroids because of low testosterone. Declarations of use were required for certain banned medications prior to 2011. However, since then WADA only requires athletes to note therapeutic medicine use on anti-doping control forms. Italy are also affected by the leak, with striker Vincenzo Iaquinta allegedly given a 2 for betamethasone and midfielder Mauro Camoranesi declaring use of triamcinolone, a corticosteroid, and xylocaine, an anesthetic. The other countries with players named on the list are Algeria, Chile, Ivory Coast, Greece, New Zealand, Slovakia, Slovenia and the USA. The list of allegedly failed drug tests by footballers contains several from WADA's London lab. Sportsmail has contacted FIFA and WADA for comment. Fancy Bears previously hacked the IAAF's computer system and revealed documents that showed Farah was once under suspicion for doping offences. In July, the IAAF confirmed the documents released by the Russian hackers were authentic. Published after athlete biological passport tests in late 2015, Farah was among a number of athletes classed as likely doping, passport suspicious, further data required. His Nike Oregon project training partner, Galen Rupp, was also named on the document and classed as likely doping. A further document from April 2016 appeared to suggest that Farah was no longer under suspicion. It said a more recent sample was normal. In response, the IAAF issued a public apology to the athletes affected by the leak and explained the process by which an athlete can be listed as likely doping. The IAAF offers its sincerest apologies to the athletes who believed their personal and medical information was secure with us, said the statement. We will continue to work with Cyber Incident Response Circle Firm Context Information Security, who identified the Fancy Bear cyber attack which we announced in April to create a safe environment. Context believes that the information published yesterday emanates from that attack. We continue to investigate any suspicion of doping in a robust way in accordance with applicable protocols and under WADA's supervision. It would be wrong to make assumptions based upon leaked documents without the full evidence and that evidence being put in context. Single data readings of an athlete's biological passport (ABP) cannot alone constitute evidence of doping. All atypical ABP profiles are automatically reviewed in the Anti-Doping Administration and Management System (ADAMS) following the processes and protocols of the World Anti-Doping Agency (WADA). More to follow. The Fancy Bears hack team are a group of computer hackers believed to be loosely affiliated with the Russian government. Their targets show they are seeking to alleviate pressure on Russia over its systematic sporting drug use by demonstrating how other athletes and sportsmen and women have taken banned drugs. Last year the group targeted U.S. athletes, saying, "We announced the start of OP Olympics. We are going to tell you how Olympic medals are won. We hacked World Anti-Doping Agency databases and we were shocked with what we saw." However, organizations and individuals targeted have questioned the validity of some of the group's claims, suggesting documents had been forged or changed. Fancy Bear's website also carries the slogan of the hacking group Anonymous: "We are anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us."